Las Vegas Raiders are having a very interesting free agency period. This team started this thing off by cutting Derek Carr and letting him go to the New Orleans Saints. And I love that move for the Raiders because that led to you going to go and sign Jimmy Garoppolo like I predicted in another video. Jimmy Garoppolo is the ideal quarterback for this team because he fits what Josh McDaniels wants to do. This is a very hard timing system. It's a West Coast type of system that he had with the Patriots. And you look at Derek Carr, wasn't really able to fit with this system, in my opinion, with Josh McDaniels threw a lot of interceptions, threw 14 of them, and he put the team back. Even though the defense wasn't one of the best, it was one of the worst defensive units in all of football yet again. A quarterback going out there and turning the football over hurts even more. But letting Jimmy Garoppolo come in this team, he already knows the system. He can work out with guys like Davante Adams. Hunter Renfrow, when healthy, has had 1,000 yards receiving in his career. And then you look at them also signing Jakobi Meyers, which is a good under-the-radar signing in my opinion. He was a key receiver for the Patriots, and he was a key receiver for Josh McDaniels when he wanted to run that offense with the New England Patriots. And it's the same with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's a guy he's familiar with. They basically drafted this kid to be the replacement for Tom Brady with the Patriots. It was him and Bill Belichick, and he was grooming him on the bench. Jimmy Garoppolo is not a guy that's going to be in the same light as a Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, or just a top 5 or top 10 quarterback in the NFL. But he's good enough to get you to the playoffs, and we've seen that with the San Francisco 49ers. Even though they've had a stacked roster, he's going to a similar situation with a bunch of weapons around him. They just need to dial back on the turnovers and just let him play situational football. And Josh McDaniels has to be better in those situational game plans as well, and those situational calls. Because we can't have no more 3rd and 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs Monday night, and all you have to do is run the football. You're trying to throw a fade ball to Davante Adams twice, and it doesn't work out. We need to get away from that. Let it be a situational type of plays that they go into, and let Josh McDaniels work with Jimmy Garoppolo and let him fit into this system. And I believe that it'll take a few weeks to ramp this thing up when the season starts, but they will be fine offensively. You still have your good running back in Josh Jacobs. You did the right thing by franchise tagging him. In my opinion, I believe the days of paying a running back high-end money is over with, and this is the first time in a long time that he's had this much consistency in the year. He was one of the better running backs last season, and they made the right decision by going out there and franchise tagging him and seeing what he has left in the tank. Trading Darren Waller worked out for both sides, for the New York Giants and for the Las Vegas Raiders, especially the Raiders. Darren Waller hasn't been able to stay healthy the last 2 years. I see a lot of people upset about this move. I don't know why they're so upset about this. This is a guy that hasn't been able to stay healthy the last 2 years. And when he was on the field, he dealt with some drops, and he had some major drops as well. The talent is there. But Foster Moreau had 420 receiving yards last season and 2 receiving touchdowns. This is a rich tight end class as well in this upcoming draft. You can draft you a tight end that fits into this system. And Jimmy Garoppolo benefits from good tight end play. We saw it with George Kittle, even the games that he started with the Patriots when he had Gronkowski out there as well. But he's going to be able to work out with these slot receivers. Having Hunter Renfrow there, having Jakobi Meyers there, having Davante Adams there. So they have enough firepower offensively. Losing Darren Waller will not hurt in the grand scheme of things. It's going to only help because you have a lot of draft picks. And you know what you can do with those draft picks? Use them on defense and hit on defense. Reaching for guys like Cleveland Farrell, we need to be behind that. We need to try to work on getting better players on this defensive unit as a whole. That's what the Raiders have to do. And I believe that's what they will do moving forward. They need to get another pass rusher alongside Max Crosby, and not going into free agency and overspending for big time free agents will help out as well, because it saves your cap long term. So the offense will be set, but this defense needs to get better. I like Nate Hobbs on this defense. I like Mad Max Crosby as well. They need to get some tackling linebackers, some guys that can cover in space, and get some guys in secondary as well. That's what these contracts do. It's a lot of flexibility with Jimmy Garoppolo's contract. It's a lot of flexibility with Jakobi Meyers' contract as well. You're able to move off of some of these guys in a couple of years if it doesn't work out, or there's short-term deals. So you're not paying guys big-time money long-term. You're able to move around just in case things don't work out. And I believe that this will be a huge transitional period for Josh McDaniels. Last year was an experimental period with him and Derek Carr. I think that Davante Adams will still be one of the best wide receivers in the league. He was one of the best wide receivers last season as well, with him leading all wide receivers in receiving touchdowns. So that's going to help out a lot with Jimmy Garoppolo. The Raiders just need to build the defense. That's the main thing here. And the best way for you to build your team is through free agency and the NFL draft. You got the offensive pieces. You go in through free agency. You fix this defense. I would like to see them get a pass rusher in the first round, as long as they don't try to get someone like Will Levis or Anthony Richardson that's just moving backwards. Jimmy Garoppolo is good enough to get you over the hump for the next couple of years, and then you can draft a quarterback long term. But right now, they need to stay the course, get you somebody like a Myles Murphy or even a Tyree Wilson in the first round with your first round pick, and try to go out there, play defense, run the football, and go back to being what the Raiders used to be decades ago. A team that prides themselves on defense and being explosive on the offensive end. I believe they have the right pieces in play. I still have my question about Josh McDaniels, but I do not hate this free agency. I know some people are upset about it. I like the signings. I love the trade of them getting rid of Darren Waller. It works for both sides. You get money off your books and you get a tight end that wasn't buying into the system and just seems like he had checked out of the Raiders. So let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel about this Las Vegas Raiders free agency? How do you feel about this offseason? And I need to see what they do in the draft to give them a complete grade. But right now, they're starting to make the right decisions and they're looking good. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.